not be the life that I'm supposed to live, then there's a reason you're here. And I don't just want you to hear my story. I want you to hear Yolandi. Tim, just look for Yolandi. Because I always like to share what other people are going through. Yolandi is this brand spanking new person that was never in the online space before, that was looking for something extra. She was looking for more freedom in her life, to create more freedom. And she started, instead of figuring it out by her own, she started with my Done For You system that's called DMS. And I want you to hear it from her. Is she on, guys?
Hi, Lizelle.
Yolandi, thank you for coming to share.
So welcome. Thank you so much for having me. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yolandi. I am from Namibia, for those of you that don't know me yet. 4 months ago, um, I think actually, so the 14th of June, it will be 5 months officially. 4 months ago, I didn't know DMS existed. And for some or other reason, for the last 2 years or even more, maybe the time flies so fast. I had this desire that I really wanted to do something more. And me and my husband has been talking about, but what can you do extra that doesn't claim your family time and that is actually worth it, worth your time that you invest? And long story short, one of my friends, her name is Anisha. I think you might know her, Anisha Moore. She's also part of DMS. And I've been watching her on social media from last year, October. And in January month, she came from holiday and she made a post on social media. I just made another 16,000 Namibian dollars. And I'm like, how is that possible? And I found her, I'm like, can you please come and explain to me, what are you doing? Like, what are you busy with? Because I need to know. I need to know more. And we had the coffee, and then I got introduced to DMS. And I really took a leap of faith. I decided I'm gonna do DMS. I'm gonna try it. I phoned my husband. I was like, I really want to do this. And he's like, okay, but where are you going to get the money from? And I'm like, I'm going to take my child savings. And if it doesn't work, I will definitely try my best to put back the amount of money I took on a monthly basis from my salary. Needless to say, almost 5 months later, and I have the privilege of out earning my monthly salary now for the third time. And I am like, I want to, like, I'm screaming from the inside, because I started with no experience. I really didn't even know what digital marketing was. I stepped into something I didn't know. I really didn't even know what's a funnel. Like, when someone asked me, what is a funnel? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know what's a lead. So, so that was, I really just stepped into something new. And today, I think if it was not for DMS, I would definitely not have been where I am today. I am forever grateful for the system and the structure and the Done For You system and the module and the community that has been here cheering me on, leading me, guiding me, coaching me all the way. And yes, I started very overwhelmed. I eventually I was like, yes, I'm going to do this. This can't be so hard. And then when I bought the starter, I got this anxiety, and like I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I was like, I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I really like I already made plans in my head on, okay, I will need to pay this back in my child savings, like. And long story short, when I connected and plugged into the community, it literally takes you step by step where you need to go, into what direction. And yes, I also didn't start it knowing, okay, I'm going to sell this and I'm going to sell this. I know this, I'm going to do this. No, I did not. But now I have a lot of clarity. I know I have this very calm feeling of knowing I have a community that supports me, that guides me, that is there cheering me on, and is there celebrating my wins as well. And that is such a privilege to be part of this community. So thank you so much, Lizelle, for changing my life like 180 degrees. And yeah, thank you for
No,
making
you
us part of being here. It's a big privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindy. You know, and I mean, she did the work. Okay. It's not because of me. She did the work. I mean, you'll have this opportunity, but at the end of the day, it's what you make of it. Are you starting? Are whatever you want to change? And I still say today, it's not someone else's responsibility to create a new future for you. It's not someone else's responsibility to change your life. It's your responsibility to plug in, do the work, and be on a mission to change your life with all the support that you get here. Thank you so much, Lindy. I really appreciate you sharing.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
go find my thingy here. Okay. So that's why I created it. I created not another course, but a done for you system that shows you exactly what to do, because I could see a lot of people were struggling with online business because it was so complicated for them, and there was just too many options. And all I wanted other people to experience the freedom that I've created. And that's exactly why I created it. So DMS is completely different to anything else out there, because it's not just something that you purchase and you left on your own. Okay? We don't spoon feed, but it's if you plug in, you'll get the results, because we all are building a business. But it's much easier to build it with other people than it is to build it on your own. That I do know. So inside DMS, you're not starting from zero, okay? You're getting a system that already works. You get content that you can all actually use. So you don't even have to think about, okay, how do I create this? We show you step by step, a clear path, support you don't get stuck. Okay. So instead of spending weeks to figure this out, you can literally start now, have your business set up in 24 hours. You can get immediate access in your business, your system. We set that up for you in 24 hours. So just to show you, we are not just a fly-by-night story, okay? We've been featured on Fox News, Expresswise, CBS News, and a lot of places. I'm just putting 5 on the screen because we're not just make money online. It's all about growing in your business, growing in your leadership. There's a lot of business coaching in here, because at the end of the day, I would much rather have you build freedom for your life than just make a couple of bucks this week. If you are here just to make some money for this week, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you are here that, Lizelle, I want to completely change my life 360 degrees. I'm not happy with where I am right now, but I don't know how to move forward, then this is going to be for you. Okay. We also registered with CPD. It's an international recognized program. We are in the process of getting accredited with them, okay? Because it's not just you can if you get in here and you learn the skills, you don't even have to resell it. You can go and apply those skills in any business, in any sphere of life. You will never have to work for a boss again if you learn these skills. Okay. Real people having real results. You heard Yolindi's story. This is screenshots from out the community. Ray, she said an unexpected pro sell. She made over $1,000 on that. Latasha made over $30,000 in 6 months with it. And again, I'm not saying that you're going to become a millionaire overnight. I'm saying if you're willing to treat this as a business as it is and you're willing to grow, you can get there a lot faster, because if we can do it, what is keeping you from doing it? If we can do it, that started from scratch, why not you? Nicola, she made over 6,400 in 8 days because she did not give up. And I like to brag a little bit about Nicola because she started and she didn't even want to show her face online, people. Like, her fiance was the very first customer of mine that made his 6 figures in dollars online. And initially, we were in a different program and we just made it a lot more simple. And then she said, well, she's seeing the results, she's seeing the potential, but she's scared to show her face. And then in DMS, what she learned the confidence. She learned to get out of her own head because she got some coaching around in that area. And she finally bite the bullet and she just decided to just go for it. she's averaging, she's on here, she's averaging over $10,000 a month consistently inside here. And I mean, she's 24 freaking years old, people, you know. We've got young people in here, we've got old people in here, we've got middle-aged people in here, whatever you call it. It's not about age. It's about, are you willing? Or like, do you have a vision for your life? Do you want to change it? You know? So do you need experience? No. Do you need your own product? No. Do you need to show your face? No. Okay? Do you need to be online all day? No. You do not need more information. If you agree with me, put agree in the comments there, because you already have a lot of information. You already have YouTube, you've scrolled social media, you already have so much information, right? What you do need is you need the right system. And I'm not just here referring to a physical system that's going to do, the sales process for you online. I'm calling like a system, 1, 2, 3. This is how you do it. This is how you go from being in a vicious cycle to actually changing your future. Okay. What you do get in DMS stands for Digital Magnetic System. It is a digital marketing system. It's not a course to sell a course, okay? It's an entire business system with business coaching that teach you how to grow with your business as well. So you get the system, we set it up. You don't even set it up yourself. You get the content. For your first 30 days, you've got content. In the Pro, you get monthly content. So if you don't ever want to create your own content, we've got the content monthly. Funnels, okay. If you don't know what's a funnel, just see it as extra income streams, okay? And coaching inside it, multiple income streams that you get here, okay? The reason also that DMS is so different, it's an affiliate program. So you get 90% affiliate commission. That means you can make anything between $400 to over $1,000 per sale, okay? You do not need PayPal. You don't need Stripe. You don't need to have a payment gateway. That's why we made it affiliate. The 10%, you know where the 10% goes to? The 10% is not profit for DMS, by the way. The 10% is the payment fees, because PayPal and Stripe each take over 4% on each transaction. And what DMS does is DMS handles the payment, and the money can get paid into your bank account. Again, bank fees. So that 10% goes to the bank fees. Okay. This is a global business. This is why we work in dollar. Okay. You get done for you content. No other program gives you this. You can learn and earn at the same time. And what we teach that's different from any other program out there, we teach you how to build your brand. It's just people like DMS so much that some don't want to build their own brand. They just want to keep reselling it because it's so convenient, right? So who this actually works for is moms, parents, people that don't have a lot of time, or 9 to 5ers that they are already working, but they're looking for something that's fast. This has been built for speed. This is why everything's basically done for you. You can just get started because it works for people that have limited time. Someone that maybe wants to start something part-time, they want to start building it up and then leave their 9 to 5, or do both. It works for beginners that, you want to get started in the online space, but you don't have a product, or people who don't want to be glued to their phone their entire day. Okay. Here's another example. Nina, beautiful lady. Okay. She made over $10,000 in her first 5 or 6 weeks, I think it was. Okay. Here she made a post. I'm incredibly grateful, still a little in awe. And this was only in the beginning. She made over $1,500 in her first week. And I mean, if she was Anya, you would hear her say it was a humbling process for her because she already actually had an established business and she just wanted to create this additional income stream. Okay, she was committed, she followed the steps, and she took the action, and this is why she got results. Okay, so now the real question is, where do you want to be in 3 months? That is the real question. Do you want to be in the same place where you are right now? Because either or is going to happen. You're either going to carry on in the same place and be there in 6 months, and we all know how quickly time flies, right? We're already in half of the year. Or you're going to be building something real and feel confident and finally working towards that life that you want to build. Okay? So here's how you get started. Let's first look at what would it cost you to do it yourself. Okay? So if you had to put all this together yourself and you get the tools and the website hosting and the copywriting and the content and all of that, okay, it's going to cost you anything between $2,500 to $5,000. Just a funnel, guys, is going for that price now. Just the funnel is a minimum of $2,500. So just to have someone build that for you is what it's going to cost. Then you have no guarantee of sales. You still need to build your own offer, and you still have to learn how to sell it after the investment. Okay, but with DMS, you don't have to. So with DMS, we've got two ways on how you can get started. The first one is the DMS Pro. Okay, this is when you get the full done for your business setup. You get two products. One you can make over $400 with. The other one you make just over $1,000 with per sale. You get 12 additional PLR products. Those are private label right products, which means you can rebrand and resell it as your own. You can sell it or you can bundle it together. You get a 30-day content strategy plan, faceless marketing strategy, advanced launch strategy on how to average and go over $10,000 a month online. Your perfect customer masterclass, because who are you talking to? Magnetic sales formula is all about sales psychology. Why do people buy? And how can you do your messaging so that your message lands, and how to get out of your own head, because we all have limiting beliefs. You also get an entire course on how to create your own digital products, but we actually build it out with you because you get the templates. You can literally just import the entire funnels, all of that. Okay. And like you saw, you get certification with it as well. One of the main things that is really a game changer in DMS is the pod coaching. You get into small groups where five and six figure earners in dollars coach you. Imagine being in a group every second week where you get to speak to a 5 or 6 figure earner and dollar coach, where they can help you and guide you and tell you if you're on the right path or not, right? That in itself, guys, is worth a lot of money. We get guest speakers, 6 and 7 figure earners that coming to speak in the community. Just the total value of that is actually much more now, because some of it is actually would cost you monthly. It's far over six. I would say between $6,000 and $10,000. But for DMS Pro, we wanted to make it accessible. So that's why we did a one-time payment of $1,197 and a one-time payment of $75 activation fee. What is that activation fee for? You need a professional email address and you need a hosting company. You need it. If you have a business, you're going to have to pay it anyway. We're doing the setup and everything for you. And this is why we charge that one-time fee. And you can renew it annually to keep your email and your domain, or cancel it if you want to cancel it and do your own thing. But we do the setup, everything for you, and that's only once off that you pay for it. So a lot of people can't start with the pro. Okay, some people are like, I'm not ready to go all in. Okay, I just want to first get a feel of how it works, and then I'll upgrade to the pro later. And some are, I would love to get on the pro, but financially, I just cannot do this now. Okay. And then that's why we have the payment options, but we also have a starter option. But before I get to the starter, here's what you're getting if you start tonight. Okay. If you start tonight, we're going to put you on a newbie call. That's a newbie call where we will show you live exactly what your next steps are. Everything is inside the program, but instead of just putting you in a program and letting you go through videos on your own, we like to get on a live call with you so that we can take you through exactly how this works. Then what else you are getting is you're getting the secret sales weapon. This is a bot. It's like having a coach in your pocket. This bot creates your emails for you. She writes your content for you. Man, she gives you confidence boost on a daily basis. If you say like, help me, how can I make $5,000 this month? She gives you a strategy plan. She has been trained on a multi-6-figure strategy. Okay. Like anyone can go to ChatGPT and say, help me create content. It's going to create generic content where she has been trained on stuff that is working. Plus, if you join tonight, okay, and you start your business now, you'll be set up in 24 hours, and you can take this weekend to go through everything if you want to and start posting by Monday, or you can start already. But you will be getting an AI twin module too. What that is if you don't want to show up online, you can create an AI twin, okay? And I'm showing you exactly how to do this so that you don't have any excuse to get going in your online business. You'll get the system absolutely free. We're not going to charge you for this system. Okay. This system is absolutely free, where a lot of systems cost a minimum on a monthly basis we give it for you. Okay. Then you're going to get content templates. If you're on the pro, you'll be getting that on a monthly basis. But doesn't matter where you start, you'll get your 30-day of content that you can copy and paste. Plus, on the pro, you will be getting the bi-weekly group coaching. Okay. If you start on the starter, you'll be in our normal Monday call. There's a lot of live calls happening in the community. Okay. Here's just a little bit sneak peek on how the chatbot works. Okay, I call it a chatbot, but it's a secret sales weapon. Here's a little, based on my perfect customer, create me content for today. But you can just say, create content for me, or write my email or answer this DM. She creates everything for you. So just to give you a little bit of a snapshot of what she does, there we go. She gives you everything. She's already trained on what works and what doesn't. Okay. So the DMS starter, that is our other option. That one goes at $497, a once off $75 activation fee. We also have a payment plan on this one. Okay. So the starter includes everything that you need to be able to start generating an income online. It also gives you PLR products. Okay. It also gives you live calls. It just doesn't give you as much as the DMS Pro. The DMS Pro is for fast scaling. Okay. It's because we need support. Right. Okay. So the real question is, are you going to keep on thinking about it or are you going to start? Okay. That's the question. So here's what you do. You get back to the person that invited you to this webinar tonight. You received an email that invited you to this webinar. Reply to that email and ask them for the link so you can check out these two programs and choose with which one you want to start. And if you have any questions, they are waiting to answer those questions for you. But the truth of the matter is, you might be watching this and going and thinking about it and start talking yourself out of it. Why do I say that? Because that's what I did. Okay, I was talking myself out of it. Although I had this burning desire of changing my life, and because I was in a very bad financial situation, here's what I did. I didn't have the money to start with a done for you program or to start even online. I didn't have the money. And instead of saying, oh, I would love to, but I don't have the money, I said to myself, Lizelle, I don't want this to be your story all the time. Instead of saying I don't have, ask, how can you get it? That's how I changed my mindset. And I was like, I'm going to do this. But then I ran promotions in my salon. And the moment I wanted to buy, I was doubting again. I was like, I can use this money for paying my children's school fees, or I can do this. But you know what? We pay for stuff every single month that don't pay us back. Every single month you're taking out money for stuff that can never pay you back. And what I did was I invested in a course that time so that I could learn the digital skills, so that I could learn how to create more income instead of depending on one source of income. And that is what changed it. I went from zero to making my first $100,000 in 7 months online. Okay. $1 million in 6 months in South African Rand. I now make it in a much shorter period of time. I've made over more than $500,000 online. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying to you what is possible if you are willing to learn how other people that are successful are doing this. Because if you don't know how to get out of the cycle that you're in, the best way to get out of it is learn from someone that's been where you are and living a different life right now. Okay? Isn't that true? It's better to always learn from someone that's a few steps ahead. And this is what's been working, not just for me, but for thousands of us. So the question is, where do you want to be in the next 3 months? You already know it's been 6 months into this year. Do you want to be in the same place or do you want to be in a better place? The choice is up to you. The choice I can't make for you. What I can promise you is if you decide you really want this and you start, you will be in the best place, in the best soil that you've ever been to reach your full potential and really change your life. Because this is what we stand for. This is what we do. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We're going to go. We're going to love and leave you. Get back to the person that invited you here and come and introduce yourself in the community. We are literally so excited because it's DMS's 1 year anniversary this month. And we are doing some amazing stuff inside our community and we want you to be a part of it. So don't sit on the bench anymore. Come and join us and come introduce yourself. Cheers, everybody.